Good morning, 7th standard. This is a continuation of the class, the same lesson, respiration. Already you have learnt about anaerobic, aerobic, and respiration, and the introduction. You have learned all that. In the next class, you have learnt about human respiration and some other organisms. Here we are going to learn about some more animals. Shall we take, according to your book, the cockroach is given first. So we will take cockroach first. Cockroach is a insect with exoskeleton and with antennae, two long thing which is protruding, because cockroach is an animal which we see every day at home. Okay, now already you have learnt about cockroach very well, because it has got wings and it has got exoskeleton and it has got tubes like things. Tube like things in their body. All that we are going to learn about it now. Just see, whenever you just seeing the video, see that you see the parts clearly, then it's easy for you to recall. Okay, breathing in cockroach. It has a small opening. It's called spiracles. You've already learned. See the picture there. Don't look at my hand there. See the picture there. There is a spiracle, and you have a tracheal tubes and air sacs. See, the spiracles are small openings that leads to the air sacs. The air sacs may be circulating the blood in the top dorsal and ventral tubes, air tubes. That is called tracheal tubes or trachea. Now, it has to go to each cell. Yes or no? It has to go to each cell, because every cell needs oxygen. You have already learnt. What happens? The openings I told you, a spiracle. This has a network of tubes. That is what I told you, tracheal tubes. This is a network, means interconnected. They are all connected each other. So the gas exchange will take place through the tubes to all the cells. The oxygen-rich air, that is a common thing already you have learned, rushes through the spiracle into the tracheal tubes. See, in the tracheal tubes, it will just go in through the spiracle. It's an opening. And tracheal tube. This will go and diffuses in the body tissues. What is mean by diffusion? Diffusion, mixing or giving out. See, you can take it in any meaning. What happens? Oxygen-rich blood from the spiracle through the tracheal tubes, it goes to the tissues. From the tissues are made up of cells. Every cell will take the oxygen there. Naturally, every living organism has to send the waste out. Now this is expel. Expel means sending it out. They expel the air the same manner. From the cell, the carbon dioxide will come out through the tracheal tube to the spiracles and goes out. There will be a small movement because it has got an exoskeleton It's very difficult to find out. This is the way an insect will respire. I'll come back to you with another organism. Till then, please wait. I'm back, children. Here we are going to talk about earthworm. You have seen the earthworm, no? It lives in a moist place where there is water. Here, they don't have lungs for respiration, but they have 5 hearts. A very amazing thing. Actually, not exactly a heart. It is like arc. We call it as arc. 5 small ring-like thing, but we call them for simplicity. It's an arc. See, the earthworm do not have lungs, but they breathe through the skin, because moist skin. If the skin is not moist, suppose you are like how you are taking the fish from the water and leave it outside, after some time it will die, because it can live only in water. The same way, the earthworm, just leave it on a plate and just leave it for some time without water in a sunlight, it will die, because through the moist skin it will breathe. Then this passes through the picture you see, it passes through the dorsal and ventral tubes. The air exchanges takes place through the moist skin. Be specific, moist skin. That's why they always live in a humid and moist environment. I was talking about the heart. The heart is actually a heart-like thing. It is doing the work of a heart. That is why we call them. It has got 5 heart. It will be a ring-like thing, that they have a network of tubes. Dorsal and ventral tube, no, they have a network of tubes. Through that, the air enters to the tissues and cells. During see, the air enters through and exchange of gases takes place. See, O2 will be taken and CO2 will be sent out. Little expansion about the heart. Function and is commonly referred as one of the sake of simplicity. Earthworm has 5 arches. Arches means, it is a circular thing. See, that this community got an arch in the front. The name will be written on it. See, arch is something like a half-cut circular. Okay, it is like that. Incomplete O. Incomplete O. So, that we call it as 5 hearts. It functions like a hearts. In the picture, you can see. Through that, the exchange of gases will be taken place. See, like this, the moist animal, like a frog, it uses the skin, because frog is a very specialized animal. It's because it is an amphibian. Why we call them amphibian? It lives in the water as well as on land. When they live in the water, they will use the cutaneous. What is mean by cutaneous? The skin. Cutaneous respiration. When they comes to land, it has got lungs. It uses the lungs for respiration. Now, one more special about it, the baby lives in the water throughout their life. Then only it becomes a frog. That time it uses the gills. The gills will modified afterwards. So, amphibian, the frog is a very specialized animal. This is a moist skin respiration. We call it as a cutaneous respiration. That's all for 7th standard. It will be expanded in later class. I'll come back with the next animal. Okay? I'm back, children, with a very, 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 very interesting animal. You'll enjoy it. When I say enjoy it, if you look at it, you can enjoy. If you play with it, you can enjoy. If you keep it at home, you will look at it and you'll observe it and enjoy. At the last, you'll eat and enjoy. Did you all guess what it is? Yes. Yes, you are right. Always you are right. Very good, children. Bright. Now, respiration in fish. Yes. Now they are all water animals. They have a very special organ got gills. Already you have learnt about it. I told you to go to the fish shop and ask your, just observe the fisherman, the fish cleaning person, how he cleans the fish. There, I want to tell you something. He'll take the fish in the hand. Mostly, what he will do, he will hold the tail. Yes, he'll hold the tail and show to your father, it's very fresh, sir. Immediately, he'll go down to the head and open something part, and he will show it something like a comb. Red color it will be. If it is red color, the fish is fresh. If it is pink color, the fish is not so fresh. Then you can decide. The color changes. It is because of the days. Suppose a 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, the color changes because the blood vessels, which is in the gills, disappear, and it will become white. After some time, it will become pale color. The gills, the comb-like thing in the head, you must have seen they cut it and put it. There is a flappy thing covering on it. That is called gills. He will be cleaning the scales. The scales is very important because it will make the fish, though it is in the water, it will not allow the water inside, make the fish to float. Never allow water inside. Once the water goes inside the fish, naturally it cannot float. What will happen? So even if you fill water in the bottle will go inside. Even if you fill it with a plastic bottle. Right? So the gills protect the fish in every manner. Right? We'll go on to the gills. They have fins for movement. I've already told you the dorsal upper fins, ventral fins and tail fins. The dorsal and ventral fins help them to move forward, push the water. They'll push the water and move forward. Tail fin, you must be seen always they'll be shaking the tail because every second they'll be moving, changing the direction. So the tail fin helps them to change the direction. Now we'll go on to the respiration part of it. The gills. I just showed you a very easy example. Just think a comb, a red color comb. Now here, the fish performs gas exchange like all other animals, except they must do this with the see, it's in the underwater. See, it has to, there is so much of force in the water, it has to. Gas exchange takes place in the underwater. See, they have showed both. See, a man breathes with the lungs. Here, underwater, we are down, they are down. The houses are up. See, down. Now it is underwater. So, it uses its gills. The gill, I told you, it's a comb-like thing. They evolved gills to exchange gases efficiently. It is very active and grow quite large because they are always active. Have you seen any fish sleeping? No. See, the water comes in through which O2. The gills will take body gills. Now the gill consists of series of bony gills. That's what I told you, the comb-like things. 2 stacks of gill filaments. See, these are all inside the structure of the comb-like thing. This is called a gill filament. These gill filament and gill arc. These are the gill arc which is attached to it. Gill filament. This is a gill filament. Filament means it's a long tube-like thing. This will help them to take the water and take the water and send it through. Then the gill filament has protruding rows of very thin lamellae. Lamellae is a sense is nothing but that comb, thin things are outside, no? That is called lamellae. They only observe the water. This is a gill arc. Already we told you this is a gill arc, and this is called the lamellae. Through that only the water enters, and the gas enters inside. The gator, a network of capillaries covered with single layer of epithelial cells. When you say there is a network of capillaries, it's a blood vessels. See the glue. I told you blue and pink, red. It is a blood vessels. What happens? Exchange of gases takes place. The oxygenated, that means the good blood goes to the red tube, and the blue, after cleaning with the carbon dioxide, goes out. The gills structure are delicate. They're protected by a bony plate. That's what I told you. They will open that this one flap like thing, and that is the bony structure. This is a capillary of the network. Now, because of the gill structure delicate, they are protected by a bony plate called, don't want those names and also operculum. That's a top part they are opening and showing. All this is not much needed. This is for the higher class. Anyway, just have a look at it. I will not ask so deep. See the mouth of the fish. The water enters inside. It goes to the gills. See, both the sides are gills. This is a straight this one. Then the operculum. Operculum means that bony structure which covers the gills. Then what happened? Next it goes to the filament. Then it goes to the closed gills. After that it will close. Once the water is this one, it will close the mouth. The gills will not. See, one will be open gills and closed gills. Then this is the way exchange of gases takes place in the fish. Fins, gills, scales, capillaries, operculum. All these are important for you for 7th standard. Now the filament and the thing, all that is for higher class. Anyway, learning, it's a process. If you learn, it's good. Knowing something is very good, children. Okay, very good. I'll come back with another living thing. That's the last part of your lesson. I'll come back. Now, the next we are going to learn about plants, how the exchange of gases takes place. This already we have done, we have learnt. Now, the exchange of gases takes place through our opening called stomata. The stomata is only hole which send gases and send out extra water, send out O2. But the respiration takes place in all the cells of a plant. See, during the process of respiration, what happens? The glucose, it takes the oxygen and gives energy. It takes oxygen. Already glucose is there. It's prepared by the plant. Yes or no? Then see the stem part of it or the trunk part of it. They themselves do the respiration. Photosynthesis done only through the leaves. But respiration, the whole body can do it through their own openings. They will do it through small openings in the leaves called. Now here, the water vapor CO2, this is called, what is this is called? This is a stomata. This is a structure of the stomata. This is a guard cell that will open and close. Whenever it's needed, it will open. When oxygen is entering, it will open. When transpiration, that is sending out excess air, it will open. See the one stomata. Can you see the guard cell? See, like a gate. நம்ம அம்மா சாப்பாடு கொடுத்தா எப்படி வாயை முடிப்பாங்க சின்ன குழந்தைங்க, அது மாதிரி it will closes and open. If it is a favorite food, your mouth will open like that. No, the same way, when oxygen enters, it will open like that. When carbon dioxide comes out, it will open like that. When anything else which is not necessary for this one, what will happen? It will closes. Suppose excess air is where it is sending out, all water is going out, what will happen? It will not allow. So here roots also takes up air spaces from between the soil particle. Root takes up air from the air spaces between the soil particles. The root air spaces, all that it will be taken by their own, it goes to the cells. Respiration takes place throughout the day. The photosynthesis takes place when there is a sunlight. During photosynthesis, CO2 will be taken, and CO2 means carbon dioxide will be taken, oxygen will be given out. During respiration, oxygen will be given out, oxygen will be taken in, carbon dioxide will be given out. See, mostly respiration will be done mostly in the night. During the daytime, when the sunlight is not there, it will respire. But throughout it has to respire and give energy for the plant. That's all, children. So far you have learnt so much about respiration, so much of different animals, all that. Please, wherever necessary, do the drawing, because here I don't want to tell you what to draw, what not to draw, because everything is very, very important. Here I want you to draw the tracheal system of see, there is a question means you have to draw the tracheal system of cockroach. If there is a question about fish, you have to draw the fish and show the gills, and you can say take some diagrams from your video. See, the videos are more informative, means use the more information. For your sake only we are giving, and for the plant just show it. For earthworm, it is there in the video. All the questions I am sending it to you, 30 words and 50 words. What you have to do, wherever necessary, do the drawings and submit the notebook after 15 days. Now, this week test portion, this respiration one word quiz, that will be given on Tuesday. This is the test number. One of you just put it in the what is the test number, because I have to set the question paper. The question paper will be given to you during this 15 days. Whenever you are free, whenever your parents are comfortable, see that you write your test. And before that, how many tests are over? I think it's the 7th test. If I'm wrong, one of you please put it from either from A or B. A boy or a girl, whatever it is, one of you just tell me, Miss, what you are going to conduct is this is the number of the test. Before that, the test is not written means borrow from someone, take the question paper, give it to your parents, write the test. Suppose if I have conducted 20 tests, all the 20 test marks should be there at the back of your test note with the date, with the sign of your parents, with the heading. Please, children, this is for your good I am doing, because many parents are finding it hard. Many of you all are finding it hard. See, now we are allowing it to enjoy and learn. Anything you enjoy and do it, it will be beautiful, it will be correct, it will be fantastic. That will make you to go up. Okay? Alright. Thank you and stay safe. The question paper, 30 words, 50 words, and your videos will be given on Monday. From then, before the next Monday, I will tell you one date. One class send the maps, one class send the notebook, another class another day send the notebook. After 15 days, Please don't send in between at all. You no need to hurry at all. Plus, avoid emojis because you have to see the lesson. You have to learn the lesson. You have to do it. See, we are not in a normal position. I can understand. That's why I'm giving the question paper to you. Whenever you feel it, at least you will be learning that much. You will be good children. I know you are all very good children. Do that. Now, when the date is given, I am having a notebook. I'll put a tick that you have completed. Even in the phone, I have everything when you submitted, what day you submitted, but only the last page because your parents are signing in it. That means your parents have checked. Tell your parents, see that I have colored it, I have marked it. Write 2 points about the diagrams. You are 7th standard. Thank you, children. Stay safe.